as you take a look at the mission of Fort Jackson, you do need to put this thing in context. We are operating at a level, a scale that is significant. When you take a look at the amount of soldiers, the amount of volunteer citizens that come here to Fort Jackson and ultimately earn the right, and we train them to earn the right to be called soldiers. We are training more soldiers here than all of the other basic training centers combined. And when you take a look at our numbers, this year we'll train upwards of 46,000 soldiers in basic training alone. That's more soldiers that are in the entire Australian Army. Okay? When you take a look at the depth of all of our missions here at Fort Jackson, we'll train upwards of 70,000 soldiers this year. We'll train as many soldiers here as there are in the entire British Army. That's a scale that I don't think we fully appreciate. So since 1917, we've trained 5 million soldiers in service of our country. We are part of the American tapestry. You can't go anywhere in the United States of America and not find somebody that was connected to Fort Jackson.
We've been around for 100 years, training and leading soldiers, and I think the post alone speaks for itself. We have some of the best soldiers coming out of this post, including the cadre, not just the drill sergeants and the trainees, So I think the significance of this is big, and that everybody should be happy to celebrate it. We are the biggest training post. We do a lot of work here. Even drill sergeants from different brigades, I see them doing, they always go the extra mile, and I think that speaks for itself.
Bang, 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 bang.
I got you covered.
The one thing that I would want the public to know about Fort Jackson, it is the Army's premier training center, where we take American citizens, those volunteer citizens who want to serve their country, and we train them to be America's best soldiers. We have the confidence to know that these soldiers are going to be able to defend our country when called upon. And we also understand that America depends on us to continue to build our readiness and stay ready as we've done for the last 100 years.
The soldiers and drill sergeants coming forward will be recognized for their excellence in training and duty performance and serve as examples to all.
I wanted to join the Army to make a better life for myself. I grew up not in the best circumstances, so I think it was important to me to follow my own dreams and see the world, because I'm from Oklahoma, not too much to see out there.
Growing up, it's always been something that I looked up to. I admired and respected the military, and I just wanted to be a part of the military, the Army in particular, because they are the backbone of the military.
Let's go! Hurry up! Hurry up! Move! Let's go! Let's go! Hurry up! Hurry up!
So when a person comes to basic training, it's an initial shock to everyone's system, because the average person will have already heard war stories from family members, or they would have watched a couple of television movies or something to say, hey, welcome to basic training. And so there is an initial shock to become a member of a team, to learn how to participate in group activities, and also understand that what you do as an individual is important to the success of the team.
Both of my drill sergeants are very great. They push us to the extreme because they want the best out of us. But I think we're starting to come together as a team and see everybody just form as a team and just work as one. It's a great experience, and seeing that from going from civilians to one team.
Well, of course you have the long hours, but it's just getting the civilians to actually adapt to what we're trying to teach them, and actually show them what's the correct way on even the smallest things of showing up on time to the hardest things of Vic Forge and completing a field training exercise and just being part of a team at all times.
When I was in basic training, there was a drill sergeant. Her name was Drill Sergeant Miranda, and she actually ended up being my first sergeant at the Drill Sergeant Academy. And she just inspired me. Like, I wanted to be her. I thought she was like the best thing smoking. And so when I became an NCO, I said, I'm going to be a drill sergeant. I'm going to do it. So I volunteered to be a drill sergeant because I wanted to learn and be different. I'm a 42 Alpha, so there's a lot of things that I don't get to do. And I thought being a drill sergeant, would expand my horizons, and it did. I learned so much being a drill sergeant.
I've been here on Fort Jackson for 2 years, and I've seen the impact that drill sergeants make on trainees, and I want to become part of that brotherhood. I want them to just become better soldiers, individuals all the way around, and learn the actual traits that we're trying to teach them, the 7 Army values, marksmanship, just everything about being a soldier that they can carry on with them throughout their life, whether they serve in the military or not.
Some of the challenges I've faced actually were making sure I had the confidence to teach these soldiers. Because, at the end of the day, I know I'm making an impact. They're coming into my Army. And at the end of the day, I know I'm the one who's responsible for training them. So I made it my mission. If I didn't know something, I was going to learn it. If I didn't know how to do it, I made sure I asked the questions. And I think that's the importance of being a drill sergeant. You don't want to teach somebody the wrong thing.
I feel like I've already become a better person since I've been here, and it's been like they're pushing me to the limits, making me see what I can do throughout the courses, throughout the day, throughout the weeks. It's been a great experience, and I just want to keep pushing to the level that I know I can go.
The physical and mental challenges that are placed on the average person that comes in the military is probably the one moment in time, if you would, what we call a moment of truth, when they realize, okay, this is the part that I signed up for. And when they accomplish that, you could see it in the face of a young person when they realize, I never thought I could do this. And because of my drill sergeant, because of my battle buddy to my left or my right, I was able to achieve something that I never thought I would be able to do. And so it's really gratifying for that individual on graduation day to turn around and look at their family and their dad or their mom or brother or sister or even husband and wife and look at them proudly and say, I am now an American soldier. And that's something they couldn't say 10 weeks before, after they've accomplished all of those tasks that they never thought they would be able to do.
Well, when I first came, I actually expected basic training to be a lot more difficult and a lot more challenging. It was a challenge, but it was something that I feel I needed and that I enjoyed. And it was an experience I would never take back, I would never regret. Basic training is something that I feel everyone should go through so they could figure out who they are and it helped me figure out who I am and what I want to do in the future.
Let's go, Reapers. Let's go, Reapers. Let's go, push it. Let's go.
I had a lot of soldiers who were scared to shoot, who were scared to talk in front of people, who were scared to, they were scared they're gonna not fail or pass their PT test. They were scared of running. They were scared of everything. I've seen it, crazy stuff. I just want them to know whatever you set your mind to, you can do it. And that you should always be a team player because you don't get anywhere in the military by yourself.
Coming away from basic training, I hope to develop my leadership skills and really blossom in those strengths and not being so timid. I used to be very quiet. I still am, but I'm starting to really develop my voice and pronounce myself and make sure that I am present in the moment.
It was a great learning experience. When I first came here, I didn't even know how to shoot a weapon. I was able to qualify for sharpshooter. Going to the ranges every day, that was a great learning experience as well. It's a big accomplishment. I'm glad to leave or graduate basic training and just looking forward for what's coming up next week.
Well, considering that Fort Jackson is in the center of the Midlands, pretty much the heart of South Carolina, to recognize the contributions of Fort Jackson to the community and to our country, to our nation. I think that recognizing that an establishment has been around for 100 years consistently is something of a milestone that needs to be shared.